Okay, so you can also classify triangles by angles. So we have 3 angles in a triangle. There are also 3 types of triangles when you classify them by angle. We have an acute triangle, an obtuse triangle, and a right triangle. I want to start with the right triangle because it's going to be the most obvious to identify. A right triangle has one right angle. A right angle is 90 degrees and it looks like a corner. I like that. They're always going to put a box where that right angle is. So it's pretty easy to find because if there's a triangle drawn and there's a box inside, you know that it's a right triangle because it has a right angle. Next, if there's no right angle, there's no box, then the next thing you should ask yourself is it obtuse? Is there one obtuse angle? An obtuse angle is a very large angle, kind of like that. So do you see how that's like a very, that wasn't even a very good example. Let me draw a new one. There we go. Do you see how this angle is very large? It's bigger than a corner. Remember, a corner would have looked like this, and it would have that box. But it's very large. So it is an obtuse angle, which means it is an obtuse triangle. It has one angle that is larger than the right angle, which is 90 degrees. An acute triangle, if there's no obtuse angle, there's no big angle, then it's going to be an acute triangle. An acute triangle, I like to remember, it's so cute. It has these cute little angles. All of the angles inside the triangle are tiny. They're all smaller than 90 degrees. Smaller than 90 degrees. So if you took a corner and you shrunk it a little bit, that's what an acute angle is. It's smaller than the corner. It's smaller than 90 degrees. So first ask yourself, is it a right triangle? Is there a corner? Is there a box? No? Okay. Is it obtuse triangle? Does it have a very large angle? No? Okay, then it must be an acute triangle. Check those angles. Are they really tiny ones? Yeah? Okay, then you got an acute triangle. So that's how you're going to classify a triangle by angles. Now, when you classify a triangle, you need to classify it both by size and by angles, not just by one or the other. So if it says, name this triangle, you should use 2 words, one for side and one for angle. So let me give you a drawing. Here we go. Okay, there's the triangle. It says, name that triangle. So first, let's do the angles. So I'm going to ask myself, what's my first question? Is it a right triangle? Is there a box inside any of these corners or any of these angles? Is there a corner? No, there's no box. There's no corner. So it's not a right triangle. Then I'm going to ask myself, is there a big angle? Is there one bigger than a corner? Is there one bigger than 90 degrees? Any of these big angles? Nope, no big angles, so it's not an obtuse triangle. So what's my last one? Cute little angles. They're all cute little angles. So it's an acute triangle. So we have acute, and that's based on angles. Then we need to classify by sides. So let's take a look at the 3 sides. What do these tick marks mean? How many tick marks do I have? I have 2 tick marks, which means there's 2 sides that are the same length. 2 sides like 2 eyes, isosceles. So it has 2 sides that are the same length, which means it's an isosceles triangle. So this triangle would be called an acute isosceles triangle. When you're naming, make sure you name it both by angle and by side. If you have any questions, email me or ask on the Zoom meeting.